Namaste and very warm welcome to everyone. My name is Avinash Jain, a certified trainer in different Microsoft technologies. I am delighted to have you with me today as we embark on this journey to masters in Microsoft Excel. Whether you are a beginner or looking to brush up your skills, you are in the right place. So in this video, we'll be covering how you really can create an auto-generated series of sequential numbers with the user data and read. My aim is to present these concepts in a clear and practical manner, so that you can confidently apply them in your daily work or studies. Please feel free to pause, rewind, or take notes as we proceed. And do not hesitate to leave your questions or the feedback in the comment below. If you find this video useful, do like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more new informative content. So let us get started and unlock the power of Excel by learning all required functions. Our first function is IFERROR that supports to all Excel versions, no matter what version of Excel you are using, 2000 or the Office 365, the latest one. What exactly this function does, everyone? This function is actually helping you to handle any kind of error. You can replace it with your own statements, keywords, values, formula, and the function. So I can say if any error returning by Excel, I can handle by using this function. This function comes with two parameters. Number one is value and number two is value if error. What exactly this value and the value if error is? Let's go to the details of it. So value parameter is basically checking for any error returning by your formula, function, or a cell value. Remember, it is an important parameter that you must have to enter. That's why I mentioned here as required. The second parameter name is value if error, and this parameter is something you're going to replace with your own value. It may be a message, it may be any formula or a function, or it can be a blank cell. The last point of discussion here with this function is this function can read all type of errors given by the Excel that I mentioned as a note in the last of my slide. Okay, let's move to the next function. Name is sequential. You have to remember this function, sequence function, is available or supporting to the Excel 2021 to M365, Office 365, Microsoft 365. So what exactly this function does, everyone? The function allows to generate a list of sequential numbers as in dynamic array such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. If I check the syntax of this function, it is coming up with total number of 4 parameters: sequence, open parenthesis, rows, columns, start, and the step. Now you can notice this rows is only the parameter that is not coming anywhere within a square bracket. And remember, if something is not coming in a square bracket, this is a mandatory parameter, whereas anything coming within a whole square bracket, all of them are optional. So let's get in detail all about the parameter usage. Number one, the row. It is something where you have to define how many total number of rows sequential value you need to return, and that is a required parameter. Number two, where you need to mention for how many columns the values you're looking for. So this is an optional parameter, as I mentioned earlier, and for every optional parameter that is coming up with a default value. So there is always a default value for every optional parameter. The next parameter name is start. Where from do you like to start creating your series? So always you have to provide a number here, and that is again an optional parameter, and the default value for the same is again 1. The step, meaning how much you like to increase from one number to another within a subsequential value in the array. So each time value is going to move from 1 to second, what exactly the differences you want to get, continue there. So this is again an optional parameter, everyone, and the default value for the same is again 1. So by using these functions, we'll be able to generate our sequential series. Okay, so let's move to the last function, everyone. The name of the function is COUNTA. This is again a function available to all Microsoft Excel versions. And what exactly this function does, let's check this one first. So this function counts all number of cells that are not empty within your selected range, meaning it is going to count all the cells is in use by any value. If I check the syntax of this function, it is asking me the value 1, value 2, and the value 1 here can be anything. So the first argument here representing the cells or the range that you want to use for counting the values. It's again a mandatory parameter, required one. The second all other parameters are optional. So if you want to use that, use it, and if you don't want, you can leave that one. Here we are done with all the 3 required functions, and now it's time to go with something as demo. Okay everyone, finally we are ready to go and apply our function in Excel. So let's go to the Excel now and check it. So first of all, why am I using the count A function here? So that I can identify how many total cells is in use within this column B data. But you know what exactly going to be happen here? This is going to be count with the cell B1 as well. So I have to say -1. I got a 0 here. This is for counting the cells. Now what I have to do here, again I'll use this COUNTA function as the first parameter of my sequence function, so that as many as number of records are going to enter here, that many number of the sequential series are going to be generated. So I'm gonna close that, and I notice there's an error is coming up. How will you handle this error? And for this we have already gone through with the concept of if error. So I'll say if error, if the function is returning any kind of error, replace it with a blank. Now we are ready. It's time to check whether it is running properly or not. I'm gonna type few names. You can verify how is it running actually. So Mohan Singh is one of my student name, and I entered, and what I noticed, wow, there is a number has been generated automatically. Let's go for another name. And I noticed there is a number generating automatically. Okay, good. That looks cool. Jacqueline. Check it everyone. So what if I delete any number or the name? Oh, the number is deleting automatically. Thank you very much everyone for watching this video. And if you really like this video to useful to you, then please share and subscribe to stay updated with more new informative content. Thank you very much.